Item number SCP-1242. Object Class Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-1242 is to be contained in 2 adjoining rooms measuring 12 meters by 12 meters, capable of sustaining quarantine for Category A, UN 2814 Biohazard. The rooms should be separated by an airlock. All access to subject is to be limited to a single entry point, equipped with remote handling, cleaning room, decontamination, and quarantine facilities. Remote handling is to be used when interacting with SCP-1242 whenever possible. Level A biohazard suits are required for all non-testing subjects physically interacting with SCP-1242. Nutritional needs are human normal and should be met using standard quarantine protocol. Waste material should be treated as a Category A, UN 2814 biohazard. Waste may be disposed of only after heat, sterilization, and storage for a period of no less than 14 days to ensure successful sterilization. Subject is under strict suicide watch. Due to subject's proven capability for self-harm, all requests made by subject must be submitted to the site director. Description: SCP-1242 is an adolescent Caucasian male, 137 centimeters in height, weighing 41 kilograms. Subject communicates primarily in English, is intelligent, and generally cooperative with Foundation personnel. Subject exudes a retroviral agent, herefore referred to as SCP-1242-1. The subject exudes this viral agent from all body orifices. SCP-1242-1 is 99.9% infectious when transmitted by direct contact through skin, and 100% infectious when transmitted via contact through ingestion. SCP-1242-1 has been shown to be infectious to varying degrees through direct contact for up to 14 days on average, with the longest recorded period between viral emissions and infection being 26 days. SCP-1242-1 contains an unusually large amount of fragmented genetic material and acts directly on the genetic and cellular level, peri-reverting each individual cell into a stem cell stage through an unknown process before remaking it as a new cell. Individuals infected are to be classified as SCP-1242-A1 and are quarantined immediately. Infection is followed by an incubation period of 6 hours, after which of SCP-1242-1 symptoms will begin to manifest. 6 hours, SCP-1242-A1 experiences acute pain in joints, fevers ranging from 38 to 40 degrees Celsius, respiratory difficulty, cardiac issues, and cyanotic extremities. SCP-1242-1 ceases to be infectious at this time. 8 hours. Subjects on the stage indicate that pain is not global to the body and intense. Symptoms diverge in this stage depending on the initial mass of the infected individual. Subjects that are at a larger mass will begin to experience violent emissions, diarrhea, and perspiration beyond the levels associated with fever temperatures. Waste produced in this manner is composed of tissue types from throughout the body. Subjects begin to gradually decrease in mass and physical size. Instances larger in mass than SCP-1242 have an estimated 43% survival rate at this stage. Subjects that are smaller in mass to SCP-1242 begin bloating and swelling and display a ferocious appetite with a preference for materials high in protein. Instances of SCP-1242-A1 that are smaller in mass than SCP-1242 have an estimated 6% total survival rate. It is unknown whether such individuals could survive the full run of the infection without medical intervention. 9 hours. Symptoms accelerate as subject rapidly alters to more closely match the mass of SCP-1242. All identifying characteristics native to race are eliminated and subject's body begins reconstructing to achieve the end result. Females have a significantly higher chance of dying due to complications associated with restructuring the primary reproductive systems in this stage. Larger instances experience a continuation of emission and diarrhea, skeletal fracturing and reconstruction, and sloughing of skin and hair. Instances in this stage are prone to organ failure from compression, bursting, and dehydration. Hydration can increase the survival rates but not substantially. Smaller instances experience rapid growth with associated internal lacerations and stress fractures from sudden growth of skeletal structures. It has been determined that continued nutritional supplements subsequently improves chances of survival at this stage for smaller instances. Boosted survival chances go from 4% to 32%. 10 hours. Subject's body structure now closely resembles SCP-1242. Symptoms converge and abate. SCP-1242-1 is once again infectious. 11 hours. All symptoms abate. Subject is now fully indistinguishable from SCP-1242 and is designated SCP-1242-2. SCP-1242-2 may be distinguished from SCP-1242 only by testing. SCP-1242-2 does not produce SCP-1242-1, carrying and transmitting it instead as an infectious bloodborne pathogen. In nearly all other respects, SCP-1242-2 are identical to SCP-1242. Instances of SCP-1242-2 possess intelligent commensurance to that of SCP-1242, and display a range of reactions and personality traits consistent with SCP-1242's non-depressive behaviors. An investigation into SCP-1242-2's neurochemistry reveals that instances levels of serotonin and dopamine are elevated by an average of 15% above human baseline. This results in instances of SCP-1242-2 generally behaving docilely and showing a heightened preference for tactile sensation. It is hypothesized that these instances do not develop depressive behaviors displayed by SCP-1242 due to an inability to experience strong negative emotions without an outside trigger. SCP-1242-2 have a drive to protect SCP-1242, and in the pursuit of that goal will seek out and infect individuals to propagate more instances of SCP-1242-2. In the event of direct threat to SCP-1242, instances become extremely violent, lashing out at the perceived threat with any tool or weapons available, but will attack unarmed if they lack any weapons. Autopsies of instances terminated while defending SCP-1242 indicate that levels of serotonin and dopamine drop below baseline in response to that perceived threat, with concurrent and equal elevations in levels of epinephrine, norepinephrine, and testosterone. Psychological evaluations show that individual instances continue to refrain from fragmented memories of their existence prior to infection, but do not display any personality traits inconsistent with SCP-1242's non-depressive behaviors. Comparison of EEGs taken before and after conversion reveals significant restructures of the frontal lobes, which may contribute to this alteration of personality trait. SCP-1242 was discovered after the Foundation became aware of reports from the rural town of describing identical male youth corresponding with reports of individuals disappearing. Subject was located in an outlying structure 1.2 kilometers outside the town, surrounded by 24 instances of SCP-1242-2. Subjects immediately warned SCP Foundation personnel to go away. Agents and were both exposed to SCP-1242-1 in the course of interviewing the subjects. Agents recognized a potential biohazard and was able to communicate the necessary precautions before succumbing to infection. Containment team eradicated all present instances of SCP-1242-2 and took SCP-1242 into custody. The town was placed under quarantine until such time as lack of infection was determined to exist. Class C amnestics were administered to the population, who were then relocated under the claims of an eminent domain. The area of potential infection was then sterilized. SCP-1242 has displayed bouts of chronic depression associated with post-traumatic stress disorder and long-term isolation. Subject avoids discussion of the onset of its condition and refuses to give its name. Its fingerprints do not match any on file.